It's the role she was born to play. Angelina Jolie is Maleficent, iconic Disney villain from the Sleeping Beauty fable.
Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she will fall into a sleep like death!
But this new blockbuster takes part of the story we know and expands on it.
She does in fact become quite evil, and she does curse a baby. What happens before that and how she becomes evil is now what we learn, and what happens after that.
You had to pay homage to the original version.
Absolutely.
But take it a step further. Is that difficult?
We did. It was actually the thing I was the most nervous about, because I was a fan of the original, and she had such a great voice, and she was just so cool. And I worked on my voice for a very long time to try to make it what I felt was at least strong enough to pay homage to the original, and we worked on the look, and of course then, the end of the day, you just have to kind of hope that if you have a good time, the audience will have a good time, and so you throw caution to the wind, and you just get, you know, you try to just entertain and have fun.
I know you're there. Don't be afraid.
I am not afraid.
Then come out.
Then you'll be afraid.
Angelina's not the only Jolie in the movie. Her 5-year-old daughter, Vivian, makes her big screen debut.
We see little Vivian play the younger princess, and your other children were in the movie briefly. Any reluctance? You've tried to keep them out of the public eye for so long.
We do. Well, I mean, this was, you know, as much as you want to keep them out, we also want to share our lives with them. And we cast her not because I wanted her to be in a scene, but because I really couldn't cast other children. The other little kids on set were actually afraid of me. Because in person, I was about 7.5 foot tall and had these, so in the scene, as you can see, I have to be very aggressive to the child, and the child has to not be afraid. So it had to be Vivian. But the other kids, we also wanted in because the christening was such an iconic Disney moment, and I thought, I want to share this with my kids, and to be honest, if they're there, I'm a better actor, because I start to perform for them.
All the other fairies fly. Why don't you?
I had wings once. They were strong, but they were stolen from me. There is evil in this world.
Angelina is busy promoting Maleficent ahead of its release next week, having completed her directing duties on the war drama Unbroken in Australia. That project kept her down under for several months with her family in tow.
Now, you've just gotten back from Australia. I have to ask you, how did you enjoy Australia?
I loved Australia. I loved Australia. I loved everything about it. I loved working in Australia. I loved the crew. I think it's the most extraordinary place to make films and to spend time. My kids learned to surf and loved it. Absolutely loved it.
You got a chance to look around, right?
Yeah, well, we went to so many different places. Yeah, we went all over. So it'll be very fun for the people of Australia to see Unbroken, because they'll be able to recognize all the different places around the country.
You had an Australian Christmas, right? So
we did have an Australian. Yeah, Brad came
swimming.
over. Yeah.
How was that? It was different to what you.
I loved it. I loved it. Well, I grew up in LA, so I'm not actually used to snowy Christmases either. But no, I love it hot. So we had a great time. Yeah, we barbecued and yeah. I mean, really, it was a pleasure.
And you've had an Australian Christmas. I'm just going to throw it out there. An Aussie wedding. Come on.
All right.
Yeah?
I'm open.
We might be able to find a few passports for you, even.
It crossed our mind when we were there.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you like to
We
live
just
there?
didn't have any time.
Is it true? Are you Maleficent?